Hi, thanks for joining us and welcome to our webinar, Aura 6 to Cloud. During today's webinar, we'll be covering 3 key topic areas for businesses looking to migrate to the cloud, ensuring best practice in system management and creating a baseline for the development of omni-channel customer experience. A couple of things I'd like to mention. You have automatically been muted. If you have any questions, please use the question box provided and we will answer all questions once Paul has finished. I will now hand over to Paul Henriksen, Sabio Support Solutions Consultant.
Thanks, Beth, and welcome to today's webinar. Today, I will be taking you through the journey to the cloud. We will look at the core challenges you may face today and how Sabio's Contact Center as a Service platform will help you on your quest for delivering brilliant customer experiences. I will share with you the pathway to the cloud and how Sabio has developed a Contact Center as a Service platform that will support your business aspirations. Why is Sabio different? Sabio want your customers to have a brilliant experience when they contact you. To support this, we have been designing, developing and building a Contact Center as a Service platform with complementing assurance and functional capabilities that will support you on your customer experience strategy. Our development and design teams have been on their own journey over the last 24 months to make available to the market what we fully believe to be a unique proposition. Our platform is feature-rich with embedded assurance, testing and monitoring capabilities and is innovation-ready. We are going to focus on this in today's webinar. In summary, we've listened to you and the market, and through our Contact Center as a Service platform, we can help you deliver brilliant customer experiences. We're going to take a look at a number of challenges that you may be faced with today. Later on, we'll have a poll for you to feedback which of these challenges are specific to you. Regardless of the shape, size, or complexity of your operation, we have captured the common themes. Challenge number 1. Your contact center environment may be based on a traditional on-premise platform with CapEx spend for projects and upgrades with annual maintenance charges. This can make life cycle and sustainability commitments difficult to manage and the costs unpredictable. Challenge number 2. You may feel that you spend more time running and operating the platform rather than investing time in innovation with your IT team and the business working together, and ultimately that could harm your future customer experience. Challenge number 3. You may be facing compliance or regulation challenges such as MiFID II, GDPR, and PCI, but your current platform makes these challenges difficult to manage and stay on top of. Challenge number 4, you want to simplify your architecture, reduce the hardware footprint and virtualize, removing both third-party and internal operational costs, but you feel constrained by your existing investment and footprint. And then challenge number 5, you are on aging releases of software. Potentially you're running on Aura 6 with the end of support date fast approaching on July 9th. A project to perform an upgrade to Aura 7 would be a large CapEx investment, and potentially after that investment you haven't really moved forwards at all in terms of features, transformation, or having a platform for the future. Sabio have created a new platform that you can adopt now, which will solve all of these challenges. Let us explore this pathway now. Businesses who are still sitting on the Avaya Aura 6 platforms could simply upgrade to Aura 7, but it won't really move you forwards other than retain manufacturer support status. What I mean by that is it won't reshape how you operate, it won't build a baseline for the next 5 to 10 years, or enable agile adoption of new digital technologies and innovations. It will simply ensure you retain manufacturer support status. As an alternative, you could take advantage of the Sabio Cloud pathway and migrate to Sabio's Contact Center as a Service platform. In summary, Sabio will migrate and transform your environment, including upgrading you from Aura 6 to version 7 to a Sabio Contact Center as a Service cloud platform. This could either be hosted in our data centers or hosted in your own data centers in a hybrid model. Regardless of the operation you choose, the service model is the same. You receive a full technical managed service, so there's no requirement for you to perform tier 1 triage, housekeeping or system management. You receive class leading SLAs and availability commitments. You receive future major upgrades taken care of as part of the OPEX costs under a mid-term upgrade service. And you receive migration to the platform, including an upgrade to Aura 7 in the process. The platform also becomes loaded with assurance and performance services included. You'll have access to complete end-to-end 24/7 enterprise monitoring capabilities through our software tool, MAS, with proactive intervention from the Savio technical support teams. This is going to reduce your overall mean time to resolution. MAS helps us remove any latency from identifying a service issue to the point of resolving the issue by over 70% in many scenarios. But more importantly, this allows us to identify issues before they cause service impact to yourself. You'll also receive voice quality monitoring as a service included so that we can assess and investigate any call quality issues proactively, again, reducing the time to resolution. You'll also receive performance testing, which is an advanced tool to assess peak system performance. We also do DR testing to prove system operation in a failover scenario. And we also do testing to pre and post changes to ensure critical success criteria for new campaigns. Performance testing will help you deliver better business outcomes following changes. We'll also include Savio Rapport, which is a voice analytics platform to help your business identify repeat callers, cost to serve, and customer sentiments. And we also include Savio Recording Assurance as a service, available simply as an additional transactional service to check the completeness and accuracy of every call recording for MiFID II and FCA compliance regulations. Recording assurance will also highlight to your operation within 30 minutes of a call recording issue. I just want to quickly cover how the support model evolves as you move to a traditional on-premise platform to Savio's contact center as a service platform. Ultimately, we're talking about a transition from maintenance to proactive, predictive managed services. So things like capacity is tracked, system performance is monitored, and using data captured from the environment, we can prevent and even predict potential issues to the service. For example, we will track the thresholds of core services and integrations, and based on trends, predict potential issues in the future. We also include system patching, updates, and security vulnerabilities. We monitor these and apply them to the system when required. And we also include the major upgrade from Aura 7 to Aura 8, for example, in the future. That's also sequenced in within the term, so you no longer need to worry about budgeting CapEx for large upgrade projects in 2 to 3 years' time. This is the baseline for your customer experience digital strategy. So the question is, where do you want to go tomorrow? How do you take your CX to the next level? Once you've migrated to the Savio Contact Center as a service platform, adopting innovation, new technologies and services, or change becomes much easier. Savio developed and are developing a number of snap-in features to our platform. So things like transactional voice self-service, which is an advanced IVR capability without a large CapEx investment. You simply trial the service, prove the return on investment, and go live quickly. You also unlock digital as a channel, so providing the ability for your agents to share information such as documents, websites, photos with the customer through Savio Super Channel. The agent simply offers the customer a text or a URL link which initiates the web browser session or on a customer's smart device. During the session, either party can share information such as data, identification, photos, websites, or even a GPS location. As an example, for a car insurance company, the customer could share immediate photos of the accident for insurance purposes. They could share third-party driver information, a GPS location for emergency services, and things like that. So we return back to the challenges we mentioned earlier. The Contact Center as a service platform enables you to move all of the major upgrades over a 3 or 5 year term and fix them into a simple OPEX model. This includes the initial migration to the platform. When you move to the Contact Center as a service platform, all of the day-to-day management, housekeeping, and system upkeep are taken care of, leaving you to focus on your core business aspirations. The platform solves PCI, GDPR, MiFID II regulation issues through a combination of our own innovative products and partnering with a best-of-breed PCI solutions such as Semaphone. Sabio can leverage your existing investment in Avaya or Verint or any other licensing and migrate this into our contact center as a service platform. And at the end of the contract, you retain full ownership of your licenses and can passport them to a different architecture. And the initial migration into our contact center as a service platform includes the upgrade to the latest releases of software, all covered within the OPEX charges. Therefore, you don't have to budget for a CapEx project now. Thank you. So we're going to do a quick poll now on any of these, which of these issues are your biggest challenges for your business. So if you could just select any that apply there. Excellent. Thank you, Beth. That's great. So if there are any questions, please feel free to ask. And thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Paul. That was great. We have had a couple of questions come through during the webinar. The first one is, you mentioned reference architecture. Could you explain what you mean?
Yes, so the Sabio reference architecture is a set of best practice architectures we've built for deploying software and applications based around the Avaya and Verint stacks. So it's based on the Avaya best practice guides of how to configure virtual machines and hosts and things like that. What that translates to is that we've built this environment specifically for hosting enterprise level contact centers. So it's robust and as available as it possibly can be. It's not a public cloud where using something like Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure where you're relying on their downtime and their updates and things like that. We've built this specifically for contact center environments, and therefore it gives more availability and more robustness.
Thank you. The next one is recording assurance. How does it work?
So Sabio Recording Assurance as a Service is a tool that it compares the calls you're taking in with the calls you're recording. And what that allows us to do is identify proactively whenever a call hasn't been successfully recorded. What's quite unique about this is it's not just looking at the numbers you're getting in versus numbers you're recording. It's also then looking at the call recordings themselves and checking for things like no audio or one-way audio and flagging that proactively. And the reason that's really valuable is for a lot of time for compliance reasons. It's better to proactively tell the FCA or any sort of compliance board that we haven't recorded these calls between 9 a.m. and 9:30 this morning, and these are the calls that were not recorded, rather than finding out retroactively that those calls are missing. And it's a very valuable tool for those.
Thank you. And we've just got one last question, which is, does the cloud-based solution support organisations with operations across continents, i.e. UK and India, which adhere to both UK and India telecoms regulations?
Yes, so obviously with the Indian regulations, there is a consideration there. So any services delivered within India have to be managed by an Indian business partner. And managed separately. So there would be a consideration there. So any functionality delivered to, for a contact center point of view, yes, we can do that. And we do have some customers in India on the platform. However, there is regulatory compliance issues that I've actually just been dealing with this morning for another customer that you need to take into account. So we would look at that on a per basis for India.
Thanks, Paul, and thanks everyone for your time today. We hope you enjoyed the webinar. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact Paul via the contact details on your screen.
Thank you, Beth.